Speed!
Action!
I can't go any further.
You can't stop here.
Why not?
It's too bleak.
I don't care.
It's freezing here.
Any place else we go, it just might be worse.
Well, does this place even look remotely familiar?
This place looks even less familiar than every other unfamiliar place we've been to.
Okay, well, we must be someplace stopped.
You know what? You know, we've been lost for... We've been places... Fuck. We met at 14,000 some places, Gene, okay? I think we finally arrived at no place.
I never felt so lost.
You know, maybe we're in South No Place or No Place Heights.
Okay, you're not helping.
Even when I try, I just don't appreciate it.
Okay, well, maybe if you tried harder, we wouldn't be lost.
Hey, Gene, we've been lost since we got married.
I think you might have taken a wrong turn after our honeymoon.
That's because you refused to linger in newlywed bliss.
Okay, well, I think if we had headed just straight towards parenthood,
Gene,
it would have been just so easy to get to.
but impossible to get out of.
Scott.
I just want to visit some places.
Yeah, you just want to keep us steering back to Partyland.
Okay, and we would have gotten there if you didn't turn us off at a biological clock world.
Well, I just found it a little bit more real than extended adolescence-ville.
You know what? I would have been glad to settle down at the intersection of love and lust, but no, you had to drag us to Responsibility Gulch.
Well, it was a nice gulch.
It was a ravine with a dead end.
Having children is not a dead end.
I'm just not there yet.
Well, I can't stay here. It's too cold.
Okay, maybe we should just admit that we'll never find a place that we both enjoy or like.
You really think that's true?
All I know for sure, I'm just tired, okay?
Well, I'm gonna look around and see if there's a way out.
No, I'm just gonna go sit here and I'm gonna stay here and see if there's a way in.
Good luck.
You're not a penguin.
No, I'm a person.
Oh, a person. Oh, yeah, I've heard about your kind. You'll eat anything, won't you?
I don't eat penguins.
Prove it! Show me your teeth! No feathers. Okay, I'll trust you.
Thanks.
Go near my wife or kids, I'll pick your balls out. Kid. People, who ever heard of just creating a species whose genitals make such easy targets?
Little opposable thumbs.
Oh, I'm impressed. So what are you doing in Antarctica?
I'm in Antarctica?
Didn't you notice how cold it was?
No, I just thought it was a chill in marriage.
Problems with the little hen, eh?
Yeah. Are you married?
Yeah. Yeah, most penguins mate for life.
And others?
They just stand around and occasionally scream at the sky.
Oh.
And humans?
Well, we're supposed to mate for life.
What?
Some of us get married too early.
I'm glad I waited till I was 8.
You got married at 8.
I know. My dad used to say, "You're 7.5. When are you gonna settle down?" I wasn't ready. I was still having too much fun sliding down icy hills on my belly.
I remember days like that.
And then one day I waddled past her, and suddenly there was more to life than belly sliding.
I walked past my wife and I was like, wow, what a fox.
Oh, you have an interspecies relationship.
No. No. She has some qualities of a fox.
Is she furry?
No.
I'm confused. I've never looked at a penguin and thought, damn, what a sea lion. This may sound odd too, but what I look for in a penguin is a penguin. Tight feathers, webbed feet. And when I met her, well, I grabbed the first stone I could find and placed it at her feet.
Why?
Well, how else can I show her I'm capable of building a good stone nest for our chicks? I gave her lots of stones.
Really?
Well, how did you impress your hen?
I just gave her one.
Oh, like a boulder.
No, you can say it was smaller than a pebble.
You must live in a very barren terrain.
Only since we got married. You two fight?
Now we have the occasional squawk.
We squawk constantly. I mean, constantly.
Friendly Flipper, what's there to squawk about so often?
Well, sex for one thing.
Oh, yeah.
In the beginning, it was just, so adventurous and frequent. And now, you know how it goes.
Well, not to brag, but sex with my wife is as good as ever.
And frequency?
Every single year.
You have sex once a year.
All penguins do.
You have sex with your wife once a year?
And she's always in the mood. Once it lasted 40 seconds.
How are you?
I remember one year we were going at it feather to feather. I hope I'm not being too graphic here. And when we finished, I bowed to her and she bowed to me, and we just stood next to each other. It was dusk, and some of the clouds had soft pink edges, and we just stood next to each other for hours. Nothing needed to be said. Nothing needed to be done. It was a moment that didn't need to be filled with anything beyond existing.
Really?
And a few months later, we had our first pair of chicks. You have any chicks?
Oh yeah, how many do you have?
10.
10?
Wow, that is quite a responsibility. That's why we're not having 12.
10 kids?
I love coming home after swimming for food all day, hopping on the beach with a belly full of krill, and having the youngest pair chase after me. Feed me, they'll yell, and I'll, keep running from them and yelling, go away, feed me, go away, and finally I stop and let them catch me, and I tilt my head up and go, and I open my beak wide, and they stick their little beaks in my mouth and eat regurgitated krill, and I keep vomiting until they waddle away happy and full. It's great.
Never knew. Regurgitating could just be so satisfying.
Every day my wife and I, we swim for krill, come home, and grow up for the kids.
And you like doing this?
Of course.
Why?
Because I'm a penguin, and this is what penguins do. And what do people do?
Well, depends on the person.
Sounds complicated.
Yeah, you see, people, we don't just live by the instincts, our brains are more developed. We can determine what we do with our lives by thinking things through and deciding what we want.
Oh, and are people happy?
Not in the least.
No. Well, don't feel too bad, you're only human.
I have multiple thumbs.
Well, I better not keep the family waiting. I got a belly full of krill, and I'm sure babies won't pop up. Friendly Flipper. Here, I know it's not fancy, but it's solid. Penguins in pockets. Just give it to your wife, eh? Thanks. And make sure you always have time for belly sliding. Yeah.
Hi.
You love?
I thought it was cold and bleak.
Yeah, well.
But I realized something.
What?
I'm gonna be someplace cold and bleak. Rather be there with you.
Feel the same way.
Scott, remember a couple months ago when we landed on an island in calm?
And we felt a warm gust of fate.
So we threw caution to the wind.
Yeah.
I'm pregnant.
Oh.
Scott, are you okay?
Ooh, felt like I was gonna throw up.
I knew you were gonna be upset about this, but I didn't.
No. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing.
No, usually it's the woman that gets nauseated.
Depends on the species, actually.
Sometimes I have no idea what you're talking about.
Here. Take this.
Gee, thanks, Scott. Okay, what are you doing?
This one looks good.
Scott, what are you doing?
This one's great.
Okay.
You know what? I love you, Gene.
I love you too, but I don't know what all these stones are for.
You know what? You're just great. Can you just have a seat?
Okay,